Welcome back to Afterlife. It's episode 31. We have a harvest that's ready to go, but there's nothing I can do about that at this exact moment. I'm a little bit heavy. Last time, so grateful I saw that and didn't just go straight into it, but holy cow. Holy pig, more like it. Last time we discovered a new base location, and Yahoo, we found somebody. But at this point, we need to finish him off, right? Go get our arrows back. Get all those arrows back. Good. There are some zombies there, but not many. This one's probably going to be a problem if I don't deal with him. So anyway, we've found our new base location, and this wood in particular is quite heavy. Alright, as we've just kind of emptied ourselves out, we're going to make one more trip up here. I'll go ahead and harvest the potatoes, the yucca at least, so we have that food supply coming. Never mind the mushrooms, I have tons of mushrooms. And we're going to plant nothing but potatoes this time. That'll help me save some time for one thing. And with that, I've taken one campfire, a bunch of food with me, and those other basic resources. And we're going to go try to set up our camp. If you recall, it was the mortician's house, and we'll be heading there in just a second. Oh. Mortician's house is all but cleared. It's down to just the final loot room, and we will have to deal with that in time. It's not going to create additional complications unless I'm planning on going down there, which I am at some point, but not on a regular basis. So they're not going to just suddenly spawn, and it's something that I can wait on. It's not going to create other complications in the house. It just simply will be uncleared until that's done. But with a land claim block, which I've not dealt with that situation just yet, with a land claim block, we will stop them from respawning the rest of the house, that is. That'll set us up nicely, but for the moment, yeah, that land claim block is still going to be a short-term need. Separating the first floor from the rest of the house will be an immediate need. And getting a bed at that location will definitely be an immediate need as well. So it's the initial targets of what we're off to do. We're going to make the base first. Once we're established there, once I have a respawn point there, then we can bother about clearing that final zone. It's definitely a little ways out here to reach this place, but that's also the exact reason to do it. We've finished the town that we're in. It's next to a biome I don't want to be going into, especially without a trader progression that you have in vanilla, where you're kind of forced to at least spend a little bit of time in each one as you move along the way. But here, there is no trader, so going biome to biome is more about loot progression than anything else, resource gathering than anything else. Resource gathering, this is the place we need to be, right? The back and forth, back and forth, back and forth is not helpful. It's not doing us any favors at all. Is that the body? Is that the body of the one we killed last time? Or is that thing alive? Should be the body. Just reloaded funny. Okay, well, we're here. I'm going to use the bookcase. Initially, I should probably pick a spot and set up the campfire. Oh, and I need mortar. I need to go gather a little bit more clay to make some more mortar. Yeah, let's get the campfire down. That's definitely gonna help. And that might be a good spot right there for it. Well, I guess first thing I need is the land clay block, which means I need 30 large stones. So we're gonna need to find what we've got. There's plenty of deer around here, and what zombies there had been. Apparently I cleared them out last time because I'm not seeing any of them now. Ah, there you go. There is a very large stone. Always start from the top with these, by the way. It's makes a huge difference on what you're dealing with. It gives you a little protection as well. If you dig from the bottom, that stuff's going to end up collapsing on your head at some point. Just realizing the one thing I haven't given any thought to yet is where the nearest water source is. It's less of an issue now. I mean, we have tons of jars, and that's enough clay. We have tons of jars, so it's not like it's a difficult task for me to go and get water if it's farther away. So it's okay. It's not a base-breaking situation, and there you go. It's right across the street. It's closer than what we had. Okay, well, first things first, I need to make the second floor safe and get that land claim block down. Well, I want to put it in the middle of the house, which front door, it's about here, so maybe right there in that corner. Alright, now that supersedes my other land claim blocks, so we are already taking away whatever bonus we had at the other place. I need a bed. Before I forget, break into these rooms. A little clean up, you know? There's a good bed right in there. And there you go. We have a bed. Now I know exactly what I have in this place, which is only one zombie. It's not counting the ones in the basement, as they are not active. There's one active zombie somewhere on the facility, and that's it. And there he is. Oh, wow. Okay. That land claim block. There is the edge. This could be noise, I think. So we're barely to the doorstep. Yeah. Right here. This is the last block. But that's good. That means that perimeter fence will keep them out. Now that I'm on the subject, curious what our side bounds are. Are we gonna at least get the entirety of the house? Yes, we are. Wait. There you go. Outside of the bounds, so the fence does the trick. Let's see how they kind of just get stuck in here. We don't want that. Okay, we are inside. We are out. So, it looks like three out of four sides are good, and I'm sure this fourth one's going to be good as well. And there it is. We're outside of the boundaries. So, the entire perimeter is beyond our boundaries. And all we have to do is keep them to that outer fence. And we're good. If they're inside, then something's gone wrong. At least once it's established. Let's go ahead and take this out. I might not need to pull back the entire... Ooh. Right? Because there's your stairs under the stairs. Well, based on what that looks like, it looks like we're gonna just need one ladder right here, and we'll be good to go. Now I've got a bunch of wood and nails in the mini bike. Well, a closet seems like a good place for storage, especially a walk-through closet like this. I'll have a room on either side of it as workshop space. So that's how I'm going to treat this. And so I'm going to clear out this closet, and we'll put our storage in here. She's out here. I just remembered there's a... You can get up here from the outside. That makes sense. Okay. So I have gone a little bit further with our materials. Bring everything in from the bike. I'll just put all this in there for now. Probably put this away for now as well, so we're a little bit lighter. That's an exterior door. I don't want that one totally destroyed, do I? Oh, well, I guess I'm going to be doing my front here. No, we are not totally secure yet. Yeah, there's the second lattice. That first lattice, I've got to get that cleared up. We're also going to need to start taking that time to chop down trees and put up spikes. This is that vulnerable weakness. Alright, well that's trip number 1 taken care of. We have made a secure entrance. Second floor and above is now securely ours. We've added a land claim block and claimed a bed. So the house is very much now ours, other than that last piece of the basement. We've already got our bike transferred here. The mini bike is emptied except for the fuel can. So we're gonna head back for another trip. And now, with the basics taken care of, I'm gonna be more inclined to load the bike, load myself, be quite heavy, and bring everything that I can back this direction. Before long, we'll be out of that town once and for all. Again, I just upgraded the freaking coordinate position. I'll be thinking about that one. I don't think I want to stay with that one. It's too far away. It's too far away for practical use. So I think we will be taking a position here nearby. Sun's gonna set soon, but we've got a decent load here. The bike's almost full. I'm almost full. I've gotten the first 4 workstations and about half of the crafting materials box. And with an all but full scenario, I'm gonna go ahead and head back, especially with the that sunset. I want to be able to get a decent amount of the way there before it gets fully dark. Stopping for mushrooms, though. Stopping for mushrooms. Let's go ahead and use those 2 spaces. What's the 2 heaviest things? Put them inside. Yeah, there you go. Much lighter now. Not overloaded. We took a lot of heavier items for this trip, but definitely not all of the heavy items. There's still plenty of weight behind at the base. Well, so much for the before it gets dark thing. We literally haven't even gotten out of our coal mine area, which, in theory, we're going to be looking for new mines. Well, not in theory. We're going to be looking for new mines. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The progress that we've made with those existing mines, and yes, now I'm seeing glowy mushrooms. I'm going to wait until we are out of this section of the forest, though. There's no point stopping through here and putting ourselves in danger, especially when we're overloaded. Now, the glowy mushrooms can have my attention. We'll kind of start with a next to the road scenario. I'm going to get that glowy mushroom. I'm committed to it now. You can shoot through the bars, but you can't. Oh yeah, that was worth it. 3 glowy mushrooms. Up to 9. Speaking of up, my infection is up over 50% for the first time in a while. I'm worried about it just yet. We will definitely worry about it soon enough and knock that thing back down. No attention on this one, and they're already here. Pull out the proper weapon. Oh, got the whole neighborhood. Got the whole freaking neighborhood woke up. Let's get on the bike and go. Of course, I don't have much further to go to get to the house, but that's already a very good haul, so we'll just take that as a success and get back out of here. I'm gonna pull in this time. When we get up to the house, I'm going to pull into the driveway, get a little bit closer to the front door. We're not attracting everyone from outside. There we go. Only one, and we lost her attention pretty quick. That's good. The nice thing about the storage boxes we had is that most of those are transferable, and we have transferred. Definitely picked up a little more attention as the night goes on. There's 3 kills on them, that's all, so dealing with them is not going to be that much of a ordeal. But also not destroying the house completely. Take them inside, take them from here. That's what the spikes are for. Wow, now there's 5 in the area. I got that much attention, huh? Arrows back. Yes, I can get back up there, but I can also fall. Twice on the spikes and do myself more damage than they ever did. But now there's 10. And I was headed back to the mini bike to get my last load. Well, it's nearly dawn, so I'm gonna head back out. It'll be morning soon enough. There's a lot more light than there was, and this will draw away at least some of the zombies that are in here after me. Fuel's fine. I still have the jerry can here in the mini bike anyway. Might want to grab the repair kits when I'm there. Alright, a Cepheus syrup to knock down that infection. I've grabbed a lot of the medical stuff, and I have also grabbed some repair kits. Oh shoot, I didn't go back out for the brick and the charcoal kiln. Well, that's okay. That is okay. Let's sort by weight, get the heaviest stuff transferred over. Okay, that other stuff is all really light, so we'll leave that on me. Go grab a few more heavy things. Haven't checked in on those two yet. I do still have these two big workstations to get. And I definitely want to get the Food and Raw Resources boxes, as they have the upgrade already. Oh boy. I'm definitely going to need 2 wheels and an engine for a mini bike, or for a motorcycle in the near future. Should probably take that cash. Gotta be a trader around there somewhere, you would think. Okay, it's already making me pretty heavy to ride on that limit of it's faster to make more trips back and forth to the bike than it is to get too heavy and be super slow. That one big stack of wood's gonna be good. I think that's I can get by with a lot of the stuff that's in there staying there. Coming back eventually, you know, the motorcycle's gonna have a lot more capacity than the mini bike does. So I think we're going to be making a get all that you need in the here and now, and then eventually going back for there we go. Yeah, that's good on the weight. Now I've got a little bit of weight and storage capacity left on me, so the bike's good and full. Me heavy, but not crazy. We need light things though. I've already put the table saw in here because I was too heavy. I'm guessing that plastic's not too bad. No, that's not too bad. That's just a simple slot. 1 and 1 and 1 of all of those. One more spot. Gunpowder's probably pretty light. Yes, there you go. Okay. One repair kit covers 50% of that last trip. Driving a little bit in the dark and driving a different route, clearing the map a little bit. So instead of taking the cleanest path, I was taking a different path. So I was a little more inclined to just drive straight. Even when it put me into more dangerous situations, I knocked myself down to 40% after all that. Ah, the fog sets in again. The fog had just cleared. I had a nasty fog on the way back, too. And after a little bit chaotic night, it's all clear. Here at the base, the new base. Will it be the permanent base? Maybe not forever, but it's definitely for now. Well, this is going to complete that third trip. We have the basics we need for a future motorcycle. We have most of our workstations here now, but definitely not all. Or I think I've cleared about half of what I actually need out of the base. And speaking of need, why don't we go kind of dead center for a second? This is one thing I haven't checked at all yet, and that is how are we looking in the vitality summary. 0.01 is all I'm getting. My vitality is not that high either, but that means it's not that bad. Tier 1, good to go already. Tier 2, good to go already. Tier 3 and Tier 4 are the things that I need to be bringing back with me, which means I do need to bring back one more pool table, as that's a Tier 4 item, and I have 2 of those. That's my Tier 4. That's also the Tier 4 item that's here. So one pool table to place somewhere, and then maybe out on the deck would be a good place for that. It won't handle the weather terribly well, but you know, you can play with it outside. We've got a nice one inside. And Tier 3s. We need 3 Tier 3s. So I need to make sure to grab that here on this next trip so that we get our full bonuses. Mother Nature is really messing with me. The fog's not too deep here this time, but literally every time I've left, just after I leave, I'm getting hit with fog. I'm also using this time, especially during the day, to expand my view on the map a little bit instead of taking the same route every time. I'm pushing further and further up and expanded that view. I mean, we've really cleared that forest in between, and I've pushed up a lot this time. But I'm just curious, you know, if there's any more roads that are gonna kind of come into that area. So I'm taking a bit of a sweeping route this time. High noon as we're back this time. I've got to remember, I'm going to start with what we needed here. Our Tier 4s. And this one's going to be tricky because I can put it on that side. Hopefully I can get this up and over it. Yes. I think I just broke the pool table, dropping it that far. Should have. Won't. It's a game. It's not going to do it, but... Okay, problem here. That thing's heavy now. The mini bike, weight-wise, is overloaded. It's going to be slow on the next trip, and I don't have the weight capacity to do additional things this time around, but I do need to find my Tier 3s, which I think is almost all skulls. I needed 3 of them, and I have 3 of them, so I'll take these 3. They're all pretty light, actually. And here's a workstation I've forgotten about and haven't even used. Oh man, I'm gonna lose everything that's in there unless I do something about it. So the slag is one thing I can take. I'm gonna have to make ingots out of everything that's there. So I need some coal. I don't even think I needed coal for this, but we're gonna take all the ingots we can make. Okay, I can put stuff away. This one's done. Okay. Getting there, folks. We're getting there. But, wait. I've already scooped up kind of all I can this time, so weird trip. Weird trip. Not really getting much of anything out of it. It's challenging to move, which is why we didn't want to move just to the place right back there. It was a short move, but even that would have taken a while. It's a lot of stuff. To transfer, and we're going a lot further and a lot slower this time. But we'll have the decor at the new base. What I don't have yet is that security element, and I definitely want to get that taken care of. It's just there's more here, right? The forge is ready to be moved now, but I've got to empty out the anvils, the crucible, all those ingots, and then we still have everything to that left-hand side. Food box, the raw materials box, which has a number of the crafting material stuff in it. We have the farming box, with most of what's in there. We have the weapons and ammo box, the weapon parts box. And there's a trunk with the canned food. Most of that stuff is things you want to bring along too, so I think I could find a way to make a lot of the weapon parts wait. The ammo materials can wait, because until I can make gunpowder, having a bit of materials, having enough to make maybe 100 rounds would obviously be helpful. I'm almost coming to a stop. No, don't come to a stop. Shoot. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, folks. I have another one anyway. I'm gonna find a tier 4 in the town. I'm gonna find a tier 4 in the town. That takes care of all that weight. So we're gonna be okay now. Let's get rid of some of the weight from me. I've already left. I'm not gonna turn around and go back. So we will find a tier 4 in town. Yeah, this section of woods, even though it's a straighter line, it's just brutal to try to get through. You don't have very many clear openings, and I had ultimately kind of found a path on the other one. I didn't hit the same path every time, but there was a couple ways to get through that, you didn't just go blind. Food and water, a little neglected, but I have what I need to take care of that and stay on top of that. I'm going to have to start getting food and water going at the new base, though, to remain on top of it, as we've now finished everything we were working on at the other base and canceled the last couple. Well, that sun is gonna set soon again. We're gonna get right into another day here. My mini bike's not happy where it's sitting. Probably want to move that before something bad happens. The trips are down to probably 3 necessary trips in the next day or 2. What I need to start doing, though, is I really need to start easing the burden of zombies coming inside so I can get the rest bonus. We've taken care of the decor, all but the tier 4. Ooh, I still need to get the sauce, so before I can really do anything more out here, it is going to require at least one more trip. Focus definitely has shifted short term, right? We are in a very different scenario than what we had been previously. We're going to want to make this place feel more like a home, but I've got that last few trips to make. We've got defenses to put up around here. It's a big undertaking, but once we do get settled, the loot game's going to be a lot easier, as we'll be close to home. If you remember that little stretch where we went back to finish looting the town we started in, the town we've just left, man, oh man, that was so much easier. And we're in a pretty big town here, it turns out. It was not a small place that we had ventured into. We ventured into a good size place. Just for that example, right? There is the entirety of the town, one end to another. That's the whole thing. And then the place to the south of it, even smaller. Now, there was one little stretch, like down here, that we hadn't been into yet. But that was the edge of town. That was the bridge heading out of town right there. This way, was open. So once you got back there, it was open. So there was a handful of places that I never did go to in that place, but it was a small town. This one, here's the north end. That's the edge of town here. There's the east end that we've worked. But this whole middle of town, haven't been to. This was around the south end. It's not a massive town, but it's a good sized town. And then the desert is right there, taking you into that next area, that next zone, the next place we need to get, the other resources that we need to gather. Most of the resources that we need are either in the forest or in the desert. We don't have to venture out too much to other places to get things. So we've really made a lot of progress when it came to having what is necessary. This road goes out of town too and will lead to something else to our north. And so looking forward to seeing, here, there, what's out there. Got to come up with a horde base too, though, and we've got to get that ready before the next horde night. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. That's going to require some time and effort. We've got plenty of time till the next horde night, but we're a couple days past the last one now, and that time's just going to keep ticking by, especially if we do a lot of base building in the next couple of episodes. But that's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.